Hello, and welcome to another update video about SUI. SUI is currently trying to start the B wave. All right. In yesterday's update, we talked already about this structure here, as an ABC structure, that the A wave pretty much looked complete because we reached the 38.2 retracement. That's the A wave of the wave 2 or of a B wave, which is the more bearish interpretation. But regardless of whether we are in the more bearish wave count, which could form a more substantial top after the next rally, or whether we are in a more bullish scenario, I did highlight to you the initial 5-wave move to the upside, which developed between the 5th of August and the 12th of August. That 5-wave move makes it at least reasonable to watch for further upside trend continuation, whether it's a C wave to the upside in the bearish count, or a third wave in a more bullish interpretation. Of course, the price could break down much lower, but as long as we're holding above 56 cents, I'm looking for higher prices. Yeah, let's say differently. As long as we're holding 56 cents, the price has a chance to follow either the red or the yellow wave count higher. 56 cents is the pivot where that becomes much less likely. So it's not so much about up or down. It's more about understanding the if-then dynamics. I'm not so much interested in if the price is going up or down, but what are the levels that make one or the other scenario more likely. And both wave counts here point into the same direction, which is good, which is positive. And it just needs to be understood that the 56 cent level is the level where probabilities for a more bearish outcome become higher. And the invalidation point for any bullish scenario is the 46.4 cent level. Support is not invalidation. Now, Bitcoin's price action kind of supports this breakout we've seen earlier today. As you might know, in our gold membership, we update the charts also on the weekend. The update I sent through earlier today for SUI, and the price was around 82.5 cents, was already around the breakout, because SUI was trying to, didn't want to close it. SUI was already it was starting to break out. So that's how closely I was monitoring this chart, because it reached support, okay, and we had the trend line, quite a, let's say, a low risk, long trade opportunity. Not saying that is the trade you should have taken or you should still take that trade. That's entirely up to you, but I can only share with you that the assumption was that as soon as we break above the trend line, at least this would be our first signal that the B wave has started. Now what we can do in this video is we can add the resistance level, the resistance area for the B wave. The commentary earlier today was the price is trying to break above the trend line, but yeah, remember it's weekend, so I would not expect major moves. But yeah, it's probably the most interesting thing that happens today. So yeah, I would not expect major moves. I mean, okay, it's a decent move. I mean, if you're in the stock market and you see a 4% move up or something, that's pretty crazy. But in crypto, that's not really meaningful. But it is definitely interesting. I mean, here on the 1 hour chart, we had a breakout, we had a retest, and this is now what we're doing. We're going up, okay? It's going. And I would say, as long as we're holding now the Saturday low, the intraday low, where the price touched the 38.2 retracement at 79.8 cents, this is, we can focus on the B wave rally. Now, B waves are notoriously difficult to trade, but this was or would have been an interesting low risk, high reward trade regardless that signal of a breakout. Given that the stop is so tight, okay? You can set a very, very tight stop loss, or you could at least. Now it's probably too late. Well, it's always a question of your trading system, but looking at the B wave resistance, okay? So I would now expect the price still to go higher. Of course, not in a straight line, there will be fluctuations. What we'd like to see next, because this entire structure has been really so good to read. Remember, the wave 5 of 1 reach targets, then the break below the green trend line was the signal that a larger pullback is starting, and the break above this trend line is now a signal that the B wave is starting. So this is interesting. Of course, there's no guarantee, but at the moment the price is respecting the analysis, and I would expect this B wave to follow an ABC structure itself. So once we have the A wave top in place, we can add support for the B wave. Sometimes A waves reach the 38.2 retracement and, turn around there for a pullback. That would be at 91 cents. So this is how I see it at the moment. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.